Hello everyone, my name is SiC, coming to you with an old game. This is Rainbow Six, and don't be confused by the name here, this is actually Rainbow Six Rogue Spear that we are playing. It is called Black Ops because we are currently playing a modified version that adds all the original Rainbow Six missions, as well as the missions belonging to its campaign, as well as Rogue Spear itself, and all the expansions for Rogue Spear. So those two games basically ran on the same engine, and they combined it in this package. And the best thing about it is not only the fact that it's all combined and it's all there to play. There is a campaign. They combine it all together. And well, if you click on this campaign right here, this campaign is a whopping 64 missions long. 64 goddamn missions. It is so much. I mean, holy hell. So good. But the best thing is that now it actually runs on Windows 10 again. Because I tried to run this game, right? I tried to run it for many years on Windows 8 and Windows 10, and I just couldn't get it to work. It just doesn't play well with modern systems. It just doesn't. And well, I had an ATI card before this, and it doesn't run well with ATI at all. Then I heard that some people were playing it on Windows 10 with an NVIDIA card, and I got a system upgrade. I got an NVIDIA card specifically so I might have a chance of playing this game again. That's how dedicated and how much I love this game. Yeah, that's how dedicated I am to this game basically. And it still didn't work. I mean, I tried compatibility settings, I tried options and modding and everything, and I just didn't find anything that worked. And then I was talking to a buddy of mine, Lucas Sauce, and well, that inspired me to try again. And for some reason I found this package while I never found it before. It is called Rainbow Six Black Ops, but like I said, it's Rogue Spear combined with the original Rainbow Six. And it had another fix for it as well. And now it works, and it supports high resolution as well. Like, this menu is still 480p, right? That is hard-coded, I guess, and it cannot be changed. But in-game, once we switch to the in-game part, that will be 1080p. Anyway, I want to show you a little bit of why I love this game so much. And I'm going to start off by simply playing a terrorist hunt mission. The single-player campaign has a lot of different things though. It doesn't just require you to kill stuff, it also has bomb defusal, it has hostage rescue missions and things like that, and those are hard as balls. And when it comes to those maps in particular, you really want to make use of a tactical plan. However, for the terrorist hunt, you don't really need one. You can make one if you want, but it's not necessary, and you can even play it by yourself if you want to, which is what I'm going to do right now. But now that this is working again, I really want to start a series on it. I want to try to get through the entire campaign that is 64 missions long, because I love this game so goddamn much, and I haven't played it for years, and I want to play it again. Like, I managed to get this to work yesterday, and I've been playing it pretty much non-stop, man. It's just so good. Anyway,
terrorist hunt.
Let's go do terrorist hunts. There are different game types available to us. We have assault, lone wolf, hostage rescue, defend, and recon. However, I quite like terrorist hunts. It is easier to show you. We will be playing on veteran difficulty with about 30 terrorists, though it can go up to 50 and as low as 1 if you want to.
Terrorist hunt.
Right.
Terrorists are scattered throughout the area. Your mission is to find and neutralize all terrorists.
Right, so then we come to the planning screen. We have several tabs available to us. We have the main briefing. Right now we only have control telling us a basic outline of what we have to do. We have to kill everyone. We have newswire, miscellaneous information, mission information, organization information, people information. So we have John Clark, who is the commander of Rainbow. Rainbow Six it's actually Team 6. So there are various teams belonging to the organization called Rainbow, but we are playing as Rainbow Six, I guess. So yeah, some intel there. Then we can use HQ's plan for this mission, but I don't want to, because that is going to add a lot of people to the plan or to the roster. It's going to set up everything from routes and things like that, and I want to be just playing by myself. So let's add Arnavisca Santiago, and as you can see, these guys also all come with various statistics. And Arnavisca is actually a very good assault trooper. He's very shit at demolitions, at electronics, decent at grenades. He's pretty good for stealth, leadership, self-control, and stamina. He also has a history, which you can read if you are so inclined. You also have medical statistics, which is pretty basic. Date of birth, height, weight, hair, eyes, gender. You also get different genders. We have various different people from different countries, which is very important and very cool. Like Arne Fiske is from Spain, Daniel Bogart is from America, then we have Choi Jae-hoon, who is from Korea, and so on and so on. And this is something new as well. There's a lot of Korean guys, and there are some Korean maps as well, which I never played, which is really cool. We have Louise Loisel from France, and there's also some women in here, like Raymond Renee, I remember her. Casimira from Poland. Anyway, then we go on to the kit selection, and here you can change into various different outfits, also in different sizes. We have medium, heavy, we have light, various different color schemes. This one is new, I've never seen that before, and also this is probably Korean, which is why we cannot read it. We have blue, light, medium, heavy, etc, etc. I quite like the light stuff because it doesn't provide you with a whole lot of protection, not even a helmet, but it makes you a little bit stealthier and a little harder to hear. We can also change weapons, primary weapons, secondary, and 2 utility slots, I guess. And for this I am definitely going to want to play with a silenced weapon. So we are going to go with the M4 SD-AR because, well, it's quite nice. And I quite like the handling of this weapon. And this is actually the reason I still very much prefer Rogue Spear over Raven Shield. Even though that is newer, it looks better. Even has some cool features like incremental leaning. But the gunplay of this game is so good. I mean, this is so good, man. And I'll show you why I enjoy it so much. Right, so we can divide these people up into 4 different teams. I should have mentioned this as well. You can, like I said, we have about slots for 8 people. So you can have 4 2-man teams, you can have 2 3-man teams, I suppose, or 2 4-man teams, whatever you want. You can divide them up however you want, basically. And then you come to the planning screen, and this light circle, or this light colored box, is the spawn area. So once we click here, we have added a starting point, and then we could add, we could add more routes as well. We can say we want to go here, then there, and we want you to go in here, out through there, or well, that's not what we want. We can delete that waypoint, or we can click right there, there, etc, etc. We can delete all waypoints and just make a plan like that. But right now I'm just going to jump in and we're going to play a little bit. Alright, so we're in the game, and as you can see, it is an old game. It looks quite ugly, but it gets the job done. We also don't have any weapons on screen, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, basically, because the primary thing here is the way the cursor or the crosshairs work. And as you can see, once I move around, like any new action makes the crosshair jump quite significantly and makes you very inaccurate. However, sustained movement keeps you quite accurate. Once I turn around, I become inaccurate, but once I stabilize, I become quite accurate again. And if I move sideways, it is even more accurate. Basically what it means, it is kind of like a predictive sort of movement. Like it's very important to know where you are going and anticipate on that action so that you can maintain accuracy. If you don't plan correctly and you get surprised or someone gets a jump on you, you will be inaccurate and you will get messed up in a hurry because, well, you die with a single shot most of the time. If you... oh, crap. If you get shot in the legs, you can't run. If you get shot in the arms, your accuracy goes way down. And thankfully we are now inside, so it's a little bit more quiet again. Ooh, I heard footsteps. Probably in here. Yep. Alright, so you can be quite quick, but like I said, you have to be predictive. So basically, if I want to go into this room, I will always keep my crosshair on the edge of the wall, so that I can move like that, and I will keep my crosshairs quite small and accurate, and then I can shoot on the move quite easily. However, if I want to go out like this... Oop. Damn it. There we go. You didn't hear me. which is good. If I didn't have... Oh, crap.
Mission failure.
Oh,
Your
Barry.
team was wiped out.
Wow. That's how quick you die. Alright, so we're back. And, yeah, let's try that again. Right. So sidestepping around corners actually has you being very accurate. And that way you can, you know, it can... how I want to say this? You know, it keeps you mobile, it keeps you feeling like an operator, actually. Like, this is one of the few games that make me feel like I'm Special Forces. There we go, damn it. Took a lot of bullets, some scenery in the way. But as you can see, like, I'm turning the corner there. I already kind of predicted that this guy was going to be there, so I was ready to shoot and my weapon was accurate and ready. If I had not planned for him to be there, well, he might have gotten the drop on me. So he's dead. That room is clear. Let's reload. Alright. Another thing you might have noticed is that the animation quality is quite high. And this is, you know, it's an old looking game, but it still feels good and it still looks good to me, simply because of how high quality the animations are. And I don't mind at all that there's not a first person weapon model visible, because the things that the crosshair models, you know, the way the gun behaves because of your movement and how you act in the game, it could not be represented by having a visual weapon model on the screen. You know, it would just, especially when this game came out, it would have just been stuck in the corner there, and the weapon crosshairs would have moved, you know, would have made all the difference in how you moved and things like that, but the weapon itself wouldn't actually represent that at all. So I don't mind at all that there isn't a weapon model. Like, I know a lot of people kind of fell over that, like they found it weird looking and ugly and they didn't like that. For me, like, I got used to it. Like, this is honestly probably, yeah, the original Rainbow Six actually is the first person shooter I played after Doom and Wolfenstein 3D. So, you know, those games had weapon models, but they didn't look quite good, and I don't know, man, I just never really missed it. I just kind of took for granted the fact that they weren't there, you know, just something that wasn't there, and I didn't quite look for it because I was young and I didn't know any better. And honestly, this game is just so much fun that I honestly really don't care, you know. Like I said, it's the way the crosshairs work and behave. That is all the gameplay right there that I need. It's so satisfying to just move and shoot and kill people. And yeah, I don't know, man, it's hard to put a finger on it. I hear people moving. I don't like it. They're probably downstairs somewhere. What the hell? There's also a hidden door here that is pretty easy to miss. But everybody here is dead, so that can't be it. Where the hell are these guys, man?
Mission failure.
Crap.
Your
Oh
team
Jesus,
was
that
wiped
scared
out.
me. I actually jumped out of my seat there. Alright, so let's try that one more time. And that actually made me jump up. That was crazy. I was just like, I got shot in the back there and... Oh wow. I mean, if I didn't have a silencer right now, I would have been all kinds of screwed. Everybody would have turned around and come my way, and that guy already did even. He has a slightly better hearing than everybody else in this room, apparently. Yeah, I mean... Wow, we got lucky there. But yeah, like I said, you know, the way the crosshairs work and the quality of the animations still make this game feel really, really satisfying. You know, like when I shoot someone in a particular body part or area of their body, they react to where they get hit, and the animations are so smooth and fluid. Like, the only thing that I could say is bad about the animations is transitions, you know? Animations don't transition very well, but they don't really need to. Yeah, it would have been nice if they did, but you know, this is an old game, it comes with some technical limitations. But if you see a Rainbow team walk through this area, it looks really convincing. And that's another thing, is the animations for the operators were done by special forces. They were actually hired and they used motion capturing, and that is why the animations look as good as they do. There we go. I knew somebody was up there. Yeah, sometimes somebody is over here as well in that area. Like, the placement of these guys is very random. Wow. I didn't need to zoom in there. But usually I didn't expect him to be in this corner. Usually there's somebody over there and then it helps to be zoomed in. But even zooming in, like you can see, it changes how accurate you are. And some weapons have almost no zoom. Assault rifles like this one have a slightly bit better zoom, or a slightly bit more. Yeah, as you can see, when I'm turning the corner here, stepping sideways, I'm actually quite accurate. Even moving forward. Oh. Jesus Christ. And there's another guy down there somewhere. I need to reload. There we go. Good to go. Oh, Jesus Christ. What I really like about this is the way the crosshair behaves actually teaches you tactics. You know, it teaches you to slice the pie even before anybody instructs you to, because that's simply the way you are the most accurate. And I find that this game, like I said earlier, this game really informed the way I move through areas and the way I play tactical shooters. It is Red Orchestra and Rogue Spear that basically taught me how to play tactical FPS games, particularly just because of the way their mechanics worked, you know, or at least the mechanics of Rogue Spear, and you know, the way to move around the map in Red Orchestra. That was quite difficult because you have so many human eyes watching every square space or every square centimeter. That is very hard to get around. You know, it becomes almost like a dance to see where you can go, and it's an art form to just move through the map in Red Orchestra, you know. And that same kind of art, I think, is in Rogue Spear as well. Alright. I mean, there is a particular grace to moving through this map in the way, you know, it was clearly designed for you to move. I think, anyway. Maybe you disagree, but I think, you know, this is the way the guns handle. Wow. Just, yeah, the way the guns handle just really inform the way you move, and it is something you kind of teach yourself in that way. Damn it, come on. Yeah, it's just really effective, and you start using this same kind of movement in other shooters, even though they don't kind of enforce it or reinforce it in the way their mechanics work. But it's still something you do because it works tactically, you know? And this, it doesn't just work tactically, it also works the best way, mechanically. And I think that is that's my point, really, is it combines those two elements, you know? It's not just tactically, but technically the way it works best. And I think that's really well informed, and it's a fantastic bit of design for this game. Alright, so we need to keep a lookout at the top there, as well as the bottom. Bottom seems clear though, but there can be a guy up here, around the corner as well. And that's another thing about these maps. These maps are... oh crap. There were guys up there, how did I not see that? Jesus. Oh man, alright. So we're almost done with getting through this mission, I think. And I think once we do, that's going to be the end of this episode. But after that, I will most definitely be starting a playthrough of the campaign. and I will be going through all 64 at some point. Alright. But yeah, the maps are really well designed. I mean, some of those, like this is a museum, and that's quite interesting because you don't see those a whole lot in tactical shooters or most FPS games, I don't think. But there's also quite a lot of maps that are, well, you know, warehouses and I guess what you would call less inspired places, but they're still really fun to play through because of the way they are designed. You know, the tactical challenges they present. That's just really satisfying. That is just really, really cool.
Mission success.
There we
Objective
go.
completed.
Alright, so we killed everybody. And that's it for this episode. So please leave a like and a comment below if you want to see more stuff of Rogue Spear. And I'll see you guys with whatever video I do next.